Hi, good
Hi,
afternoon.
hi, Venkat. Good afternoon.
Good
Um,
afternoon. Okay, tell me about yourself.
hi, Venkat. Good afternoon. I'm Sheikh Enthiyaz. I'm from Chikalurpet. I have done my undergraduation from Ishwa College of Engineering in the sector of civil engineering. Now I'm currently working as a Hyperion software consultant at Capacious Private Services. My role in this company is I'm a supporting and developer in the projects which is related to the data management. During this period, I serve my company by training and collaborating with my colleagues in the deployment projects, banking industry, oil and gas industries, and food agro industries. By using by doing these projects, I am using the data management for mapping purposes and importing, exporting the metadata, maintaining the metadata, and creating the task templates and generating the reports and recomputing the consolidations and giving the access controllings. After when I'm doing the projects, I have resolved some of the issues which is come up at the which is come up at the production phase. So the production phase issues also resolved by me at the optimal time by the client given to us. Apart from my work, I would like to spend my time with my family and I would like to do cooking. That's it from my side. Now I'm going to present in the presentations on substitution variables. Yeah.
Okay.
So substitution variable. What is meant by the substitution variable and why we are using the substitution variable is the substitution variable is mainly a global placeholder for every month and every year or at the end complete year throughout the we are changing the months, then we can use the substitution variable. At the manually we are going to the forms, editing the forms, giving the period and the years. That is not necessary. By using the substitution variable, we are giving the at a time of the data, like periods, years, at the year for the total year or for the months. It is using at the whole application at a time. So we will see how to use substitution variables. We are mainly using the substitution variable at the four phases like data forms, runtime prompts, and the business rules, smart rules. Then we are going to see how to create the substitution variables. Like, for example, here I wrote something. Use case one. Consider user runs the consolidation results for the months. User wants to update the variables every month, considering June for this case use. Already I said that for every month or for the year, if you want to change the data, you can change by using the substitution variable, either using the manual. You can say that that manual also hard coded things. Like so here case 2, I said that consider a user runs consolidation year. User wants to update the variables every year. Consider FY20 for for the use case. So every year, like we have the financial reports to update every year, like FY20, FY21, FY22. Like that, every year we have to be update. By giving the hard coding process, it is a little bit harder to every time change the data. At that place, we can use the substitution variables to giving the values at a time for the month or for the year. So I'm going for the EPN cloud space. So there we can see navigator. So click on the navigator. Under the cluster, create and manage cluster, we have the rules card and forms. First of all, see how we create the substitution, sorry, how we are going to assign the substitution variables in the forms. Before assigning the substitution variables in the forms, first we have to create the variables. Then under the tools cluster, we have the variables card. Click on the variables card. So there we can see substitution variables. So click on substitution variable. There you can create here the month and year. So already the year 21 is created. For your better understanding, I'm creating another one. The FI21 is not going to be deleted. Why? Because while I am created the application, it is by default taken as the year as 21. So I'm show you the another year by replacing the 21. So here, first of all, we have to click on the add, then click on the cubes. If you want to select any of the cube, we can select from here. Otherwise, we can apply for the all the cubes. So now I'm going to creating the current year. So current year, current year one. So the year I'm taking here FY 26 and I'm saving the substitution year. Likewise, same we are created the month. You can say period also. So for period, I'm creating the current period month. So I'm creating the month November. Now I'm clicking on save. Substitution variable current month already existed with the value December. Okay. So we have to give the some number for saving. Why? Because already the current month are existed. Now wait, save. So after completion of the creation of the variables, substitution variables, I am created current year FY26, current month November. In PPT, I show you the year 21 and month June, but those are already created, so that I am created the new ones. So I'm show you in data forms how we can go into the add. So click on navigator. They create under cluster, manage cluster. We have the forms card. Click on forms. The new window will be open. So here it is the folder. Click on and expand the folder. So in folder, already have created substitution demo. I'm going to editing it. So this is the property. There we must give the form name and description is the optional. Click on the layout tab. So here it is a POV and it is a page and this is the attribute dimension. In attribute dimension, we have rows and columns. In rows, I have already taken the account dimension. In columns, I have taken the period and the year. There I show you. So click on edit. We have the two tabs, members and variables. Click on variables tab. There you can see substitution variable. Now we created the FY26, but I am doing the dimension period. So have to select the period. So push the period at the alias. Then click on OK. Next, creating the year. Same as like periods. So I have created the year, current year, FY26. So I'm selected the current year and push to the alias and click on OK. Then click on save to save the form. Here you can see the preview. So the month or period November and the year FY26 will be appear, which is given by us in the substitution variable. So let's go for the navigator. In navigator, create and manage cluster. You have the rules code. Click on the rules code. So the new window will be open. In system view, expand the EPM cloud. Predefine already we have set some rules, and in console keeps you have created some rules. All those rules will be appear here. The FCCS underscore or the predefined ones. The consolidation rule which is created by me. So next go for the actions. Click on the actions drop down. There you can see variable design. Click on variable designer. So here we create the runtime prompts. Okay. In global, I have already created the current year, current month. Now I'm going to show you the another one. In console, I'm creating the new one. Click on actions, click on new. And then here we can create the runtime prompt. Give the name RTP underscore current year. Member, type is a member, and dimension is year. Check out the runtime prompt. Give the limit ampersand. Just check your form what you are push to the areas. Why? Because if you are not giving the proper allotted substitution variables, it should be thrown a error. So just check what we have done at the layout, what we push to the columns. So current year 1, yeah. So write down one default value. This is also be the current year 1. So RTP test, if you want to give some test, you can write here. Enter the year. So click on save. An object with the name RTP current year already existed. Please enter another name for the object. Okay. So the name RTP current year already existed, so that we can give one. So the runtime prompt underscore current year 1 is saved. So next, click on actions, create new one for the month. Here you can create the month runtime prompt underscore current month. So type I'm taking as the member, and dimension I'm taking the period. Limits I have given, sorry, check on the RTP, then click on limits, write down ampersand, check once the form. So current month 15, here current month 15, and default value and so if you want to write the text, you can write enter the month to save the current month. The variable saved successfully. After creating the runtime prompts, go to the system view. So here consolidation rule. In consolidation rule, I have already created it is a custom rule. So I have created, click on open. I have already done the process. Now I'll show you how the process will be how the process is going to be done. So write down the fix, open, and I'm giving the hardcore. So here I'm giving the ampersand substitution, current month 15. Going to giving the RTP runtime prompts, RTP under current RTP underscore current month one, current year one. Yeah. So RTP underscore current one, comma, open the and write down RTP current year one. End fix. After writing the scripting, then click on the syntax error to verify is there any syntax. So I don't have any syntax. So after completion of syntax, just see validation. Is there any error occur or not? So there is no errors occur. Next, I'm going to deploy the validation. Here is the deploy. Click on in actions, then deploy the rule. So after deploying the rule, you have to save the it's successful. So then save the prompt, runtime prompt. Yeah, open the rule store. Then the RTP current month and the RTP current year is come to the variables, which is created here. So let's see the PPT. So in case in use case one, use the account dimension rows, whichever the siblings are shared below the parent member. We can say that generation two members. The hardcore. Now I show you that hardcore. The hardcore is nothing but by manual entering. We can say hardcore. There we can use the period dimensions and the year dimension by giving manually. So preview data. I show you the preview data. So here we can see the forms, the preview data. After saving the form, after completion of the giving the data. So this is a preview. This is a preview. Explain how dynamically we can use substitution variable while designing the forms and its purpose. Just create period dimension the columns next to the substitution variables. So in forms, we already discussed all these things. In forms, in the layout section, we're going to applying the year and month in the column, the attribute dimensions. So that is in the PPT. After taking the current month and the current year, then we are going to the preview. Next, so using substitution variables in our RTP, runtime prompt. Can we pass substitution variable has a value in the prompt? Yes, of course. We can run the substitution variables like this. In runtime prompt, we can also create the substitution variable under the variable designer. Now I show you how to create the runtime prompts for the substitution variables. If yes, can the prompt value be limited only to the value assigned to the substitution variable? Yes, the prompt is assigned to the variables, substitution variables. All the PPT work I show you in the runtime prompt. So after completion of the runtime prompt, click on the already related created rule. There you can see the how we going to create the runtime prompts for using the scripting. So there we can see the runtime prompt variables will be appear. User requirement. How can user select one only the prompt value defaulted to the value assigned to the substitution variables? Yes, of course. If the consolidations run the month of June, which is the month passed in the substitution variable, and rest of the month should not be displayed in the selection of the prompt values. If you want to take the month like a June or any month, July, whatever the month you are taken, you want to show the only 1 month for a particular year or particular prompt, you can be write down like this. Like here we write in the fix ampersand current month. There you can write the ampersand current year also. By using the runtime prompt, you can write only if you want month, you can write the RTP underscore current month. If you only want the RTP current underscore current year, you can write only the current year. Using substitution variable in business rules. As we can use the substitution in business rule. Can you show me the pass a substitution variable in a business rule? Yes, of course. I'm show you the business rule in the prompt. Hard coding June in the business rule using the substitution variable created for the month, runtime prompt month. All these three I'm going to show you in the business rule. Click on the home button. There you have the rules card. Click on the rules card. Here is the business rule. I have already created the rule, consolidation rule. There you can launch the rule. Yes. So enter the month and enter the year. They are automatically generated here. If we are not run the runtime prompts, we can choose here from period and the year. Okay. So it is difficult to every time come back and take the year and choose the month or take the year FY22, FY1, 21. Every time you choose and launch, it takes too much of time. It takes too much of wastage of time to workflow. So that we are using the substitution variable at the runtime prompt process. It's a easy way to launch the month and year for entire application. Coming to next slide. Using substitution variable in Smart View. Yeah, we can use the substitution variable in Smart View. Yeah, I'm going to show you how to insert a substitution variable in a reporting report created under ad hoc analysis. And in ad hoc analysis, how the substitution variable is going to be act. Here I giving a example like a use case. Present the report by changing the substitution variable from the June to Jan for period dimension FY22 to FY21 for the year of dimension. So with this use case, users should see the consolidated report from the June 20 to Jan 21, dynamically changing the period and the year dimension as per the above use case. So I'm going to the Smart View to show how the reports are generated. Yeah, click on the new work, click on the Smart View, click on the panel, then click on the private connection or shared connection. So here a drop down. I'm selecting the Smart View, giving the credentials. After giving the credentials, expand the CCS application. There you get the folder and forms. Here is our form substitution demo. Click on it and click on the ad hoc analysis. The form will be open like we are giving the November and FY26. If you change it at the substitution variable, that will be reflected at the Smart View or application level also. Let's see how it will be reflected. So here I'm changing the month like for period 15. I'm giving the current period. So current period 15. Yeah. There I'm going to changing the month from Jan to December. Then save it. Here you can see the how it will be going to be reflect current and current 15. Click on the refresh. My number and current 15 month 15 is out of place. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't save. You have to save. If you're not going to save, it will be pop up like error. Now it's I'm replacing the current month. Sorry, I have to create the month. Jan to, I'm giving Jan to December. After giving, click on save. Enter a valid name. Is it already created? No. Print. Save. Current year to the current month. It on refresh. What happened? Here the year. Here the month. So the Jan 26 will be came here. I have do a mistake that is I'm giving the year dimension at the month and the month dimension at the years. That's why the pop-up will be up. Going to the PPT. Yeah. So the summary is in this topic, it is concluded to show us the theme substitution variables, how to be effects in the following attributes, artifacts, data forms, runtime prompts, business tools, and the smart view. That's it from my side, Venkat. That's it. My presentation is over now.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Enthiyaz, for your valuable time.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Yeah. Same to you.